Kia ora koutou. Greetings from Aotearoa, New Zealand. My name is Stephen Riley and I lead Charity Services Regulatory Team. This is my colleague Andrew Newbury, who leads our Capability Team. We're delighted to be here as part of International Charity Fraud Awareness Week. Today, we're going to talk about two aspects of fraud awareness. Andrew will talk about it from the donor's perspective and how to ensure your donation is making an impact. I'll talk about what we've seen when charities have left themselves vulnerable to fraud. And lastly, Andrew will highlight some websites where charities can find useful resources on combating fraud. But first, I'll let you know a little bit more about our organisation here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. As I said, Andrew and I have roles with Charity Services. Charity Services is a business group within the Department of Internal Affairs. We perform a range of regulatory functions under New Zealand's Charities Act. The decision maker on registration matters is the Charities Registration Board. This is an independent three-person statutory body. In practice, the board delegates the straightforward registration decisions to us, and we make those decisions under the board's formal delegation and guidance. The board meets on a regular basis to consider the applications that we consider novel or complex, or where an applicant disagrees with our assessment. Registration brings tax benefits, so we work closely with New Zealand's tax collector, Inland Revenue, to make sure registered charities receive their entitlements. We also have a monitoring and compliance role. I'll now hand over to Andrew to talk about donation fraud.
Thanks, Stephen. A core part of our role is ensuring that the public have trust and confidence in the charitable sector. The public are incredibly generous in times of need, and it's important that they know their support is going to the right place. Malicious actors use crises as an opportunity to take advantage of people's generosity. We often get contacted by members of the public who want to know how they can give to the right organisations. There are a few things that we recommend you do to be confident that your money will go to help those in need. The main thing is to find out who a charity is and what they do. You can often find this information on the charity's website and by checking with your regulator. For charities in Aotearoa, New Zealand, you can search our public charities register. The register holds information about all registered charities in Aotearoa, New Zealand. It summarises each charity's purpose and activities and lists their officers. It also includes copies of their annual returns. These are yearly reports which details a charity's income, expenditure, and activities. If you still have questions, you can ask the charity how they plan to use their funds. You can also check out their website to find out more about them. It's important that you be aware of any scams. These can happen online, like spam or phishing emails, or in person, like bogus collectors in the street or going door to door. In person or over the phone, you can ask them for appropriate identification. This includes asking them for their charity registration number, so you can look them up on the register. Online, you might be subject to phishing scams. These ask you for personal details, such as your date of birth and bank account number. They may also ask you to donate to a bank account that fraudulently claims to belong to a charity. If you receive an email requesting a donation and it looks suspicious, do not open it or reply to it. Simply delete it, as it may contain links to viruses. You can report the suspected scam to the Internet Safety Organisation in your country. If you're looking to donate online, look for a reputable online fundraising platform. Don't use the links that get provided in suspect emails, websites, or on social media accounts. And if you do come across a suspected fraud, please report it to the appropriate agency. Sometimes this will involve getting in touch with the charity's regulator, and others it might sit better with the police or an internet safety organisation. Back to you, Stephen.
Thanks, Andrew. There are two recent cases referenced on our website to demonstrate how poor governance left two charities vulnerable to fraudulent activity. In the first case, employees stole significant charitable funds, and the charity also lost significant additional funds through poor investment decisions and a variety of scams. There were little or no financial controls and policies in place. This resulted in millions of dollars being lost through fraud. The board deregistered the charity and disqualified two of its officers for 4 years. In the second case, trustees did not exercise their fiduciary duties by checking their officers' reported claims that the charity was making donations worth hundreds of thousands of dollars and that it was in possession of hundreds of millions of dollars worth of assets. After an investigation, we concluded that these claims could not be substantiated. The responsible trustees had not acted with appropriate care and due diligence. The unsubstantiated financial claims were also published on the charities register by way of the charity's annual reporting. Of course, the board considered this conduct constituted a serious risk to public trust and confidence in the charitable sector, and the charity was deregistered. People involved in charities need to be deliberate about the steps they take to ensure that they are protecting their charity from fraud. And there are resources available to help people achieve this, and I'll hand it back to Andrew.
So there are a lot of places you can go to find more information about detecting and preventing fraud. One of the big ones is the Prevent Charity Fraud website. The website is designed to give charities information, advice, and practical tools to fight fraud and stay safe from harm. It holds webinar recordings, case studies, and guides, as well as outlining the Prevent Charity Fraud pledge. Depending on where you are, there will be a lot of other more specific resources you can check out. If you're based in Aotearoa, New Zealand, we've mentioned a few of them today already. As a first port of call, we recommend you check out your regulator's website. For us, that's charities.govt.nz. That's where you can find articles, guides, webinars, and the charities register, where you can search for a charity to find out about how they operate. We also have a one-page guide on our website with 10 tips for protecting your charity from harm. CommunityNet is a one-stop shop for resources which meet various needs. They work with providers to collect content from across the sector into one place. This ranges from policy templates through to how-tos and knowledge articles. And if you're concerned about online safety or want to report a scam or spam, in Aotearoa, New Zealand, you can check out NetSafe, CertNZ, and the Department of Internal Affairs anti-spam website. They have more information about avoiding online scams and point you in the right direction if you need to report something. And that's us. We're really privileged to be part of this great work, helping to bring awareness to and prevent fraud in the charitable sector. If you're worried that something isn't right, whether that's within your charity or one you're donating to, please get in touch and let someone know. We can do this together. From Stephen, me, and all of us here at Charity Services in Aotearoa, New Zealand, thank you for your time. Ka kite anō.